We're told to choose science or art, data or emotion. But what if you don't have to? Today's guest is Isuru Wijesoma, cancer biologist and genre-bending guitarist. From touring Europe with Mantravine to helping farmers speak human, Isuru proves you can live between worlds and still make music. I'm Chris Choo, historian and chef, and this is Hotplate SG60. Isuru, so good to see you again, and welcome to Hotplate SG60.
Thank you so much, Chris, for having me. It is a pleasure to be here. I'm very excited.
Your music, since I last saw you, has progressed by leaps and bounds, literally, right? I mean, you're now performing all over the world. We've cut a new album. You've got a new band, right?
Having that time to practice and go really deep into my craft was incredible. Now, traveling, we had wonderful opportunities with this group called Mantravine, led by Rupak George.
Yes, of course.
And we got the opportunity to go around Europe 2 times, right? Germany, Amsterdam, Italy, France, and a few times to Asia, Thailand as well, and most recently Wonderfruit. So the travel for music has been fantastic. Previously, since I was kind of balancing, I guess, right, the full-time work as a scientist and a medical writer as well.
And now what has changed? You have
gone into full-on to music.
Wow. Well, that's a brave step. Oh. That's a brave step. But with your talent,
I think there was there was always going to be that underlying fear at the back of your mind. It's like, hey, look, you don't have a job, a 9 to 5 anymore. Right? Now you're going to be doing your own kind of passion. You need to now be even more self-motivated. And this is going to be your somewhat of a livelihood, right?
It's interesting that you say that because, you don't, like you said, don't have a job, no safety net, right? So it doesn't give you a chance to fail.
Yeah.
Your drive goes into overdrive. Do you think it's like that?
I think it really depends on the place. While I was traveling in Europe, that mentality ran true. I think over there, while I was, hanging out with different types of musicians, for them, their instrument, their music was it. They had to make it happen, right? And the drive I saw was incredible. And they would drive to innovate, let's just say. So I met a person who converted his guitar and actually made a slide guitar out of a skateboard. Right? And his name is Santana, right? And
his first name is not Carlos, is it?
No, it's not Carlos. So he made a guitar out of a skateboard, and I was talking to him, and he said, like, he told me straight up, Isuru, this is it. I need to put 110% into this so that this dream can manifest for myself. Now, I have a bit of a split opinion on this one. For me, it's like, what happens when you have 2 passions? Right?
Yeah.
What happens when you have 2 loves in your life? For me, it's a scientific aspect, which I still love, and my music aspect. So it's a way, for me, it is finding a way to harmonize each other. Yeah. And I will never be even though I'm focusing on music for now the past 1.5 years, I've still been very close to my scientific aspect. And I leverage that scientific aspect to push my music. And my scientific aspect kind of takes the creative aspect to help from that side. Yeah. So it depends.
You want 2 things to happen. So, okay, definitely things are happening for you on your music side. What are you doing on your scientific side to satisfy that area?
Readings.
Okay.
A lot of readings.
You read, and with the end objective, the end game, any end game, or just for passion's sake?
Just for passion. I think what has given me the opportunity, Chris, is like, when you take a bit of a sabbatical from the profession or like one passion stuff, it gave me a lot of time to reflect and really strategize and figure out what exactly I want from my scientific part. And the end goal for me, I guess, is always to be in the communication side. Because I've always noticed that a lot of people have a lot of questions when it comes to pharmaceuticals, medicine, science, the life sciences. But there's always going to be that communication breakdown, whereby there are people who know and they have their own ways of communicating with those who know, right?
Yes.
And there are individuals over there who would like to know, but can't necessarily get into that.
Because they don't speak the language.
Precisely.
So in a sense, you dumb it down or simplify it to help people who are not within that community understand it.
Exactly.
So do you still do it? I mean, is it something that what do you do?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Planning to go back into it.
Okay. In what way? I mean, you're starting a company, creating an app.
I have started a bit of a small consultancy of my own, but it's just very ad hoc.
Okay.
I'm not too sure if I'm going to take on more projects or whether if I'm going to jump into a full-time role.
Now, I want you to play me a riff now.
Okay.
That
wow.
is Isuru. When I hear that, I should recognize that it's Isuru playing.
Thank you.
And the other one?
The other one, what would come out of that?
What rap was that you were playing?
Oh, that's just a Dorian scale of sorts,
Okay.
right? My interpretation of it.
Nice. Nice. Wow. Wow. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, I know left brain and right brain has been debunked, but if it was true, you are seriously left brain and right brained. I mean, what happened?
What happened? I have to say it comes down to, parenting, of course, number one. I was very lucky to be with very, very supportive parents who pushed music on me, and they're very smart. So this was one of the very first songs I learned.
But do you think, is Singapore too rigid in its views to create, polymaths like yourself who can do science and music, who have a passion for both? Because in my experience, a doctor is a doctor.
Yeah.
A doctor plays golf, but golf is not actually a hobby. It's just something he does, right?
There is, I mean, it's a very good question, Chris. Like, yes, the environment can be a bit tough. It can be a bit stifling, for example, especially when you have certain milestones that you need to achieve. For example, if you need a house, you need to then, of course, you need to be married, you need to find a career, you need to put in CPF, etc., etc. So there are environmental issues, of course, that can make you want to kind of think, okay, maybe I can't do guitar as much as I should, right? Because I need to focus on my career. Then, of course, there's like personal aspects as well. It takes a lot of effort to get out of bed.
Yeah.
And to wake up and to realize that, okay, I need to go to school and I need to study for this because I like it, but I also need to be sharp with my instrument. Yeah. So when I was growing up, I would wake up very early in the morning and pick up the guitar, practice as much as I could, head out to school, focus extremely hard on my studies, and then come back again and practice. So then you see that there's going to be a sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
Where's the social
life? No
life?
social life.
There you go.
Where are the girlfriends, right?
Exactly.
You're now Singaporean. You to what age were you in Sri Lanka?
I was there till about, say, 10 years old.
So you had a lot of your schooling here.
A lot of my schooling here, but I did do a stint in primary school. That was tough. I felt that was tough. But then
Primary school here?
Here. And then I jumped into an international school.
Okay.
So, but that primary school system, and I got a glimpse of it because I knew how difficult it was because it was during the PSLE time.
Okay.
And during that time, I guess, right? It was like a make or break kind of scenario for a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I was a late bloomer, and I'm a late bloomer in a lot of aspects. But it was only now
that you are coming into your own, right?
Precisely.
I mean,
and it took me some time. And again, I think it's the patience, right? I feel that it's not a race. Like we always think like, okay, these are these milestones I need to reach when I'm 20 and stuff like that, etc. It's like that constant attacking, or rather that patience, that 20 minutes a day, you do that incrementally, and you can still maintain that both passions. And it's
You're
somehow...
right. And you know what? It was only when I started to learn Hindustani music and meet our gurus at Sifas that I had this attitude. And the gurus will say, don't worry, it'll come. It'll come. And you're so impatient, right?
Yeah.
You want to get it. You practice and practice. No, relax, it'll come, So that's the most amazing thing, right? Everything in life has its time and its right timing, And
100% agreed. It's finding your voice, right? I think that's one of the things that I feel Singapore really gave me. Right? You are chasing for something. You're chasing for, big job or the promotion, things like that. Sabbatical that I took to focus on my music made me realize that, okay, look, it's not about playing fast or doing some incredible raga runs and stuff like that.
And taking the time to breathe and actually enjoy what you're doing. Totally. I think one of the things about Singapore is that everything is done, a lot of it is done with an end goal in mind. If I want to be a chef, I got to achieve this. But a lot of things in the arts cannot be achieved like that. There is no, okay, I do this, I'm going to get it. It's you and the art coming together, evolving, and then you evolve into something better than what you thought you would be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like cooking in myself. I've dabbled in cooking all my life, but never took it on seriously. But it's one of the things that I do so naturally. I don't do it with a passion. I do it because I can do it. And it's karmic that I can cook. Therefore, I should cook for people because it is my karma to cook well and let people enjoy the food. Yeah. So this is more my approach now. Not like I'm going to be a fantastic chef. I'm going to, I'm going to win this prize, win that prize. No, but everything I do in cooking, I like what you do with attention to detail. You do with passion. Yeah. You do with authenticity.
Absolutely.
So, sometimes it's like the aptitude comes at a later stage. It's like, for me, cooking, if you had asked me that, like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when I was working in advertising in hedge funds, and what? Become a chef? No. Look at what I am now. I'm known as a chef. I mean, I've been many things before this, but it's like, so it's the aptitude, the timing. Let's talk about the community. What is the Singapore music community like? Are they strong? Are they tight?
Strong.
Yeah.
I like to think they're very strong, and they're incredible musicians here. Yeah. And I always will always say this, right? After traveling around and performing in different venues and stuff, I do look back and think, wow, some of the folks here in Singapore are really great. They can go toe to toe. So some of the places I went to in, like, say, Paris, and there was like a great jazz bar, famous jazz bar. Yeah, in general, the talent is incredible. But I've seen some folks here and stuff that can really, really push it as well.
I'm sure. If I gave you a choice, I say to you, okay, you can be in any city in the world, and it's based on you wanting to become whatever you want to be as a musician. I give you a carte blanche. Which city would you choose?
It may sound a bit cliche, but straight off the bat, I would still stick in Singapore. Straight off. Why?
Okay.
Because it offered that unique Goldilocks sweet spot between being exposed to the Western genres and also the Eastern genres too. I wasn't able to see that kind of confluence, per se, the moment you kind of move out to the West, like in Europe. It becomes very traditional jazz and becomes a bit, pop focused and stuff. But in Singapore, you have that jazz element. You have the rock element. You have that influence coming in from the West. But then you also have an equal, right, if not also strong, I guess, influence from the East side as well. So I found that my sound, my personality, right, is thriving because of that intersection.
Yes, the confluence, right?
Confluence. Yeah. So this one over here is part of the Evolution Festival. It's right here.
Okay.
This was, I can't remember the city. All our music being played live and a nice sundown session stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see people just, being free.
Yeah.
And truly enjoying the vibe
wow.
and the music that we're playing. And you just feel very connected with everyone.
Yeah.
You're connected with your band members. Yeah. You're connected with the people who are also dancing and just being part of the entire experience. There are some people who come up to me and they're like, man, Isuru, I love this one track of yours. And I think there was one track which is dedicated to Chitra, my partner, called Zarnu. Chitra was her other name. Their parents were deciding between Chitra and Zarnu.
Wow.
Right? So Zarnu, I mean, I like that name. I don't know.
I like that too.
I know,
it's
exactly.
Exotic and very, very sexy name.
It's a very, very lovely name.
Yeah.
But apparently in Gujarati, it means pond, right? Like a small pond. So
it's all right.
I know.
It's all right being called a small pond.
Exactly,
that's all right.
Right? Yeah.
It's better than being called a large pond.
Yeah, I know. Right. So Zarnu was in Gujarati is called pond, and that's why she didn't like it too much. But for me, I was just like, this is a beautiful name. And so this was my dedication to her. But it's incredible, Chris, when people come up and they don't know the story behind it, they feel connected to it.
So everyone, please go to Spotify and listen to Zarnu. I'm going to
This was the first ever South Asian Singapore Music Festival organized in Amsterdam. And it was led by this gentleman over here, is Mr. Lankan.
So what is he? He's a producer?
He's a producer, singer-songwriter. Okay. He's Singaporean, right? Created a very strong community of open mic sessions in Amsterdam.
You see how music brings people together, isn't it? I mean, regardless of race, religion, creed, music just brings people together.
Making a difference.
Okay. I'm really hungry.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to eat your Apam.
Okay. Yep.
All right. I've cooked a fish head curry.
Wonderful.
And let's eat. Okay. In 1949, a Kerala-born chef in Singapore fused South Indian curry techniques with the Chinese love for fish head, creating a bold hybrid dish. Today, fish head curry is a multicultural icon enjoyed across communities. Brown spices, blended goodness, old school grinding, and the magic begins. Coconut milk, tamarind, and vegetables. Then the star enters. This curry promises to be tangy and full-bodied, a true icon amongst Singapore cuisine. Let's see how it goes with Isuru's dish, a true blue Sri Lankan jackfruit curry. And Apam? Apam came with South Indian migrants in colonial times. Today, this crisp-edged pancake is a multicultural favorite in Singapore. The fish head has got one of the tenderest and sweetest parts of the fish.
Absolutely, and the cheek. And also, is there like a bit of an etiquette in terms of when you share, right?
Yeah.
Like when you divvy it up, there's like you give the best piece to the one you love.
So what I'm making today is actually the Indian version, the Indian fish head curry.
Okay. And what's the difference between the Chinese style and the...
So the Chinese style has got coconut milk, but the other one has pineapple in it. It's sweeter, it's lighter.
Okay.
And it's not so... doesn't, like blow your eardrums out with the chili. But the one at Apollo is pretty hot and people go there to get that chili burn, right?
Of
you
course.
want to be sweating. Otherwise, hey, take the fish head back, man. You're not doing your job, right?
We need to have a bit of a... We need to have the heat.
Yeah.
Right? And Mel Gibson and stuff like that, right? Kane?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got the recipe recently online.
Okay.
A lot of the dishes I'm doing for this series, zero clue. But you know what? Touch wood.
No.
Everyone has been okay so far.
So I cooked it overnight with all the various spices that I got from Sri Lanka. Roasted curry powder. I think that's a critical aspect. A little bit of jaffna curry powder. That's what my mom suggests always.
It's interesting. Right. It's a dry curry, right? Wow.
Right, and you just cook it overnight on this pot.
How many hours? I mean, it's like...
Wow, it's almost like 10.
That's crazy.
Hours, 18 hours.
That's like braising meat, right? You're treating it like meat, right?
And I think the jackfruit or the young jackfruit or the baby jackfruit actually has the ability to take that level of heat and the spices without, breaking
It's neutral
apart.
and it absorbs the flavors, right?
It completely absorbs the flavors.
I'm looking forward to this.
So it looks very like a rendang.
It looks like a rendang, right?
Like a
It looks like a rendang,
stuff, but it doesn't taste like it because we don't put any sort of like tomatoes or anything like that. And the other thing about this dish is that you need to use Garcinia.
Goraka, right? I cooked with it. I cooked the pork Goraka with it. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
and that
I love
is the secret that my mom has taught me about it, right? So don't use tamarind because it becomes a bit too sweet.
Yeah.
Right?
Goraka
I'm gonna try and find the Goraka. So it looks a bit like a Velociraptor claw.
Yeah.
So those are the things that I got from Sri Lanka, and every single time I go back, I always have to get even more closer to the roots, right?
Yeah.
Get even more, like, understand, okay, why roasted curry or why jaffna curry?
No.
And then...
Absolutely unique taste, the Goraka. Yes. When I cooked with it, like, what is this? Right? It's like, moment of enlightenment, right?
Totally, yes, right? And you can't get it with the tamarind paste at all.
Yeah, you can't. It's completely different. It's not a substitute. It's
not a substitute.
Apples and oranges, right?
Totally, right? So when I say this to friends, they're like, "What is that taste? It's not
like
amazing,
this."
Yeah. And stuff. That's a secret, right? The element of just that little piece, you just chuck it in, then everything else works out.
You hungry? Shall we eat?
Yeah,
I think Apam's done.
Apam's done.
Isuru, before we eat, it's funny that you mentioned that the Goraka looks like the tooth or claw of a Velociraptor.
Yes, that's right.
Actual tooth of a Velociraptor.
Oh, no kidding. I think we might need to show that to the cameras.
So, Jurassic Park, right? This is where the science... I'm a bit of a science geek myself, right? So Jurassic Park shows the Velociraptor as about 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
No, it's the size of chicken.
It is.
Right? Maybe a turkey.
Yep.
Hence,
that's fine.
The size. It's not amazing, but this is actual Velociraptor too.
But I mean, if one of those guys decide to bite you, you can feel it.
One wouldn't kill you, but they hunted in packs. Remember? Yeah. So the whole bunch would be like jumping on you and ripping you to bits.
Of course. And you see the serrated?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see that it's just still preserved, isn't it? It just shears the the meat and the skin. Wow.
Well, we should eat. Isn't that
there we go. Zampic fish.
Big piece for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Gravy.
Yes, please, thank you. What is this? What's this?
Lady's finger.
Lady's finger.
Yeah.
Okay, right, of course.
Some rice?
Yes, please.
Here you go.
I love. Okay.
The jackfruit is amazing.
Coming from you, Chris, I'll take it. Right? Oh my gosh.
Right now, there's a drive for harmony, but it's not an end goal that is there. It's constantly evolving, right? Sometimes you have dissonance in that drive towards harmony.
Yeah.
There will be friction amongst people. They have to work out that friction. Then there's harmony, right?
And it's also listening, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like jamming to an extent.
You're right, absolutely.
When on stage, things, you're not. It's never about, oh, this is my solo, I'm gonna make it all counts. I find that the best groups, and that's why it's
You're so right. The best groups play off each other.
Right.
I mean, look at the Beatles, right? They had everyone in mind.
Exactly.
Right? You got to work out the kinks. Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
Right? With my curry, when I was first making it, I was just like, why aren't you gelling? Right? So my jackfruit curry, it was like, it turned yellow. Right? And I was freaking out. I called mom. I'm like, Mom, what's going on? My curry just turned like this turmeric color. And I was freaking out because the jackfruit curry is not supposed to be that color. So I called mom. I'm like, please help me. It's like, give it time.
Yeah.
Let it stay in the pot.
Yeah.
Let it acquaint each other overnight.
Yeah.
Right? And just trust the process. Just trust it. It'll be fine.
Correct.
Right? Don't
trust the
prod it.
process. This is amazing.
Yeah?
I love it. If it's not copyrighted, please send Rose the recipe.
Sure. I'll try my best.
It's really good.
This is delicious.
Thank you.
So do you have to cook the fish head for a long time, or
No.
it's just
No, fish you can't cook for a long time. It will just disintegrate. Right?
delicious? Delicious.
Thank you.
It's so delicate, despite it, looking very intimidating.
Yeah.
Right? It's so delicate.
Very nice. Singapore is a story of immigrants, right?
Yeah.
And when you are immigrant, you would typically eat the offcuts that nobody wants,
Right.
like the head. I mean, during colonial times, colonial masters wouldn't eat the fish head.
Yeah.
So the locals would take it. The Chinese would take it and make their own version.
Right.
The Indians would take it and make their own version.
Make their own version.
That's how a lot of our famous dishes came about.
Right.
So like kway chap. You know what kway chap is?
Yeah.
Right? So it's all offal and offcuts. Nobody wants that. They take it, they make it into this amazing soup which has become iconic. Yeah.
Isuru reminds us that balance isn't about halves. It's about wholeness. You can write research by day and play music by night. It's not either side of the brain. It's letting both speak. And sometimes, cooking together and sharing that hot plate of cultures is what makes life better. With friends. Remember to like and share and catch us on the next episode of Hotplate SG60.